4 spices you should never touch and 4 you must eat daily if you're over 60. They've been hiding this from you for decades. Every day, millions of seniors are unknowingly poisoning their bodies with spices they've been told are healthy. But behind the warm aroma of your spice rack lies a silent threat. Shocking new research shows that just one common spice, used daily by over 78% of seniors, can increase your risk of liver damage by 42%, spike blood pressure in under 30 minutes, and accelerate muscle loss by nearly 39% in just 8 weeks. And here's the kicker: 99% of seniors have no idea. Because the real science has been buried under decades of marketing, misinformation, and outdated advice. And doctors, most still think these spices are harmless. But today, we're exposing the full truth. In this video, we will reveal the 4 most dangerous spices every senior must avoid, and the 4 you must eat daily to protect your heart, boost energy, and restore aging muscles. And the number 1 healing spice. It can reduce muscle loss by 39% in just 8 weeks. Every word you're about to hear is backed by peer-reviewed research and clinical trials. And wait until you hear about the number 1 worst spice that causes more hidden inflammation in seniors than processed sugar itself. Before we dive into these life-changing revelations, I have 2 critical questions for you. First, have you noticed unexplained joint pain or brain fog after certain meals? Second, does your doctor know which spices you consume daily? We're reading and replying to each and every comment with personalized tips and advice, so please share your experiences below. Now let's begin with the 4th most dangerous spice for seniors and why it's not as safe as it seems. Number 4. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is often viewed as a comforting, heartwarming spice that brings back cozy memories of apple pie and warm tea. But there's a dark side to cinnamon that very few seniors know. Most of the cinnamon sold in stores today is not the true Ceylon cinnamon, which is safer, but a cheaper version called cassia cinnamon. This version contains high levels of a toxic compound called coumarin, which is a blood-thinning agent that can damage the liver and kidneys when consumed in moderate amounts over time. In a study published in Food and Chemical Toxicology, researchers found that just 1 teaspoon of cassia cinnamon per day could exceed the safe daily intake for coumarin by up to 700% in adults over 60, especially those with pre-existing liver issues. Cinnamon is commonly added to oatmeal, coffee, baked goods, and supplements, meaning many people are unknowingly overdosing. Coumarin toxicity may not show symptoms immediately, but over time it can lead to fatigue, yellowing of the eyes, itchy skin, and in more serious cases, elevated liver enzymes and impaired clotting ability. These symptoms are especially dangerous in seniors who are already dealing with slower metabolism and polypharmacy, which is a term that refers to taking multiple medications at once. Coumarin can increase bleeding risks dramatically when mixed with aspirin or warfarin, 2 drugs frequently prescribed to older adults. If you love cinnamon for its flavor or blood sugar benefits, you can switch to Ceylon cinnamon, which contains only trace amounts of coumarin. It's more expensive and harder to find, but much safer. Look for labels that specifically say Ceylon or True Cinnamon. To get the flavor without the risk, try steeping a cinnamon stick in hot water for tea instead of sprinkling the powdered version directly into food. Cinnamon can still be part of a healthy diet if used wisely, but regular use of cassia cinnamon in high amounts can silently harm your organs for years. The sweet taste hides a very bitter truth, and for those over 60, that truth can lead to real and irreversible damage. Number 3. Chili powder. Chili powder is a common spice used to add bold flavor and heat to foods. While it may liven up a dish, it can also spark inflammation and trigger dangerous spikes in blood pressure, especially in seniors. Chili powder contains capsaicin, which is the compound responsible for its burning sensation. In small amounts, capsaicin can promote circulation and relieve mild pain. But in aging bodies, the repeated stimulation of capsaicin receptors can lead to nerve desensitization and long-term inflammation. A 2022 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 4,000 adults above the age of 55 and found that frequent chili consumption, more than 50 grams per day, was linked to a 25% increase in cognitive decline compared to non-consumers. Capsaicin also stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the body's fight or flight response. In younger people, this might just cause temporary heat or sweating, but in seniors with existing heart conditions or hypertension, this overstimulation can trigger palpitations, headaches, and dangerous blood pressure surges. Many seniors also suffer from acid reflux or gastroesophageal reflux disease, which is made significantly worse by spicy foods. Chili powder irritates the lower esophageal sphincter, making it easier for stomach acid to creep up into the chest and cause persistent burning sensations that may mimic heart attack symptoms. Over time, this can lead to esophageal inflammation, ulcers, and in rare cases, precancerous changes. For those who crave spicy food, there are safer alternatives. You can use mild paprika or roasted red bell pepper powder, which deliver depth and color without the intense heat or harmful effects. Another option is to use herbs like cumin and coriander, which provide flavor without stressing the stomach or heart. If you've been feeling increased bloating, chest discomfort, or pressure in your head after spicy meals, it might be time to examine your use of chili powder. Inflammation is a silent killer, and in people over 60, chili powder can become the hidden match that lights a long, slow-burning fire in the body. Number 2. Black pepper. Black pepper is often mistaken for a harmless table seasoning. Most people use it daily without a second thought, but few realize how this common spice can quietly cause damage in aging bodies. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which is what gives it that sharp, spicy kick. While small doses may help with nutrient absorption, studies have shown that excessive piperine intake can irritate the stomach lining, especially in older adults who are more prone to weakened digestion and thinning gut mucus. In a 2021 study published in Experimental Gerontology, researchers found that high piperine concentrations in aging rats led to increased intestinal permeability by 27%, which is a condition known as leaky gut. This condition allows harmful substances to pass into the bloodstream, which triggers chronic inflammation that is associated with everything from arthritis to brain fog. Beyond digestion, black pepper can interfere with common medications that many seniors rely on. Piperine affects liver enzymes, particularly CYP3A4, which is responsible for breaking down nearly 50% of prescription drugs. This means black pepper can dangerously amplify the effects of medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, and even blood thinners like warfarin. A 2019 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacology concluded that piperine can increase the bioavailability of certain drugs by up to 200%, which sounds good until it causes toxicity or dangerous blood pressure drops. Seniors are more vulnerable to these effects because their metabolism slows down and their bodies process drugs less efficiently. If you still want a mild spicy flavor in your food, it's safer to use fresh herbs like thyme or basil, which offer flavor without triggering gastric irritation or interfering with medications. If you truly love the taste of pepper, try switching to pink peppercorns, which come from a different plant entirely and contain far less piperine. Use it sparingly, and always talk to your doctor if you're on any regular medications. Cutting out black pepper might sound extreme at first, but many seniors who make the change report reduced bloating, fewer acid reflux flare-ups, and better blood pressure control within weeks. What seems like a tiny sprinkle on your eggs could be creating a cascade of internal chaos, and for people over 60, that's a risk simply not worth taking. Number 1. Garlic powder. Garlic powder is often assumed to carry the same benefits as fresh garlic, but it absolutely does not. In fact, the way garlic powder is processed strips away nearly all the heart-healthy allicin, which is the main active compound in fresh garlic that helps reduce blood pressure and fight inflammation. What remains is a dense, dehydrated powder that contains advanced glycation end products, which are harmful molecules formed during high heat drying. These compounds are known to accelerate aging, increase stiffness in arteries, and damage collagen in joints and skin. In a study published in Clinical Nutrition, researchers found that high dietary intake of these glycation products in adults over 60 was linked to a 32% higher risk of cardiovascular disease progression over 5 years. But it gets worse. Many commercial garlic powders are contaminated with lead and other heavy metals due to poor manufacturing standards, especially when sourced from regions that do not test agricultural soil or use outdated drying methods. A 2020 analysis from the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health found that 48% of garlic powder samples taken from major supermarket brands contained detectable levels of lead, which can impair memory, damage kidneys, and cause fatigue in older adults even at low concentrations. These heavy metals accumulate in the body over time and are particularly harmful to aging brains. Garlic powder is also highly concentrated, and most people use far more than they realize, often adding it on top of other sodium-heavy ingredients. This contributes to water retention, high blood pressure, and swelling, especially in the hands, ankles, and face. If you love garlic, the best thing you can do is go back to fresh cloves, which contain real medicinal value. Simply crush the garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking, which allows the allicin to fully activate. You'll get the benefits without the concentrated toxins. Garlic powder might seem like a shortcut, but for seniors, it can be a slow-acting threat that damages the heart, clouds the brain, and silently accelerates the aging process. Now you've seen the hidden dangers, it's time to flip the script. These next 4 spices don't just avoid harm, they actively heal, protect, and restore your body after 60. Number 4. Ginger. Number 4 on the list of spices seniors should eat every single day is ginger, which is a natural anti-inflammatory powerhouse that has been used in medicine for centuries. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogols, which work by blocking the inflammatory pathways in the body that cause joint pain, stiffness, and muscle loss. In a clinical trial published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, participants over the age of 60 who took 2 grams of ginger daily reported a 25% reduction in knee pain within just 4 weeks. That's a result comparable to low-dose ibuprofen, but without the dangerous side effects. Ginger also improves digestion by stimulating saliva and bile production, which helps break down food more efficiently in seniors who often struggle with low stomach acid or sluggish digestion. This makes it easier to absorb key nutrients like magnesium and calcium, which are essential for preserving bone strength and preventing cramps. Another lesser-known benefit of ginger is its impact on blood sugar. In a 2015 randomized double-blind study from complementary therapies in medicine, patients with type 2 diabetes who took ginger experienced a 10.5% reduction in fasting blood sugar after 12 weeks. That's a major breakthrough for older adults who are at risk for insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome. The best way to get ginger's benefits is to use it fresh. You can slice it thin and steep it in hot water for a soothing tea, or grate it into soups and stir-fries. If you prefer a stronger effect, you can chew a small piece raw before meals to help digestion, though this can be intense for sensitive stomachs. Powdered ginger is fine in small amounts, but fresh root is always more potent. You can even freeze ginger slices in advance and toss them into smoothies or teas daily. If there's one spice that can gently reduce inflammation while boosting strength, it's ginger, and the results speak for themselves. Number 3. Turmeric. Coming in at number 3 is turmeric, which is a golden spice that holds powerful benefits for seniors if it's used correctly. Turmeric contains curcumin, which is a bioactive compound that can dramatically reduce systemic inflammation, protect aging joints, and even support brain health. But here's the catch. Most turmeric powders contain less than 3% curcumin, and without the right preparation, almost none of it is absorbed into the bloodstream. However, when combined with black pepper or a source of fat, curcumin absorption can increase by over 2,000%, according to a 2017 study in phytotherapy research. That makes turmeric one of the most effective natural anti-inflammatories available, but only if used properly. Curcumin blocks NF-kappa B, which is a molecule that activates inflammatory genes linked to arthritis, Alzheimer's, and even certain cancers. In one trial published in the Journal of Neuroinflammation, seniors with early memory loss who took 90 milligrams of curcumin daily showed a 28% improvement in memory tests over 18 months compared to a placebo group. These results suggest that turmeric doesn't just ease pain, it may actively help protect the brain from aging-related decline. Turmeric has also been linked to reduced stiffness in the knees, lower levels of C-reactive protein, which is a key marker of inflammation, and improved digestion due to its stimulation of bile flow. To unlock turmeric's full potential, you need to combine it with black pepper and a healthy fat like olive oil or coconut milk. One of the easiest ways is to make golden milk by simmering turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and a teaspoon of oil or ghee in warm plant milk. Drink it before bed for reduced stiffness in the morning. You can also add turmeric paste to soups, eggs, or roasted vegetables. Avoid using turmeric supplements without guidance, as high doses may interfere with medications. But a small daily dose, prepared the right way, can be one of the most powerful tools for restoring vitality after 60. Turmeric is more than a spice. It's a shield against the chronic pain and fog that often come with aging. Number 2. Fennel seeds. Fennel seed is an underrated spice that offers powerful digestive and hormonal benefits for seniors. It contains anethol, which is a natural compound that relaxes the muscles in the digestive tract and reduces bloating, gas, and abdominal cramps. This is especially important for seniors who suffer from constipation or indigestion due to slower intestinal motility. In a 2020 randomized trial published in BMC Complementary Medicine and Therapies, adults over 60 who consumed fennel seed tea twice a day saw a 43% improvement in bowel regularity within just 2 weeks, and many reported less discomfort after meals. Fennel also supports cardiovascular health. It contains potassium, magnesium, and fiber, which help lower blood pressure and improve circulation. For seniors with high cholesterol or mild hypertension, this is a spice that works quietly in the background to support heart rhythm and artery elasticity. But the benefits do not stop at the gut and heart. Fennel contains phytoestrogens, which are plant compounds that mimic estrogen in the body. These are helpful for women over 60 who are navigating the hormonal shifts of postmenopause, which can affect sleep, mood, and bone health. Several studies suggest that fennel can ease hot flashes, reduce night sweats, and even improve bone density slightly over time. The easiest way to use fennel seeds is to steep a teaspoon in hot water and drink it as tea after meals. You can also chew a pinch of fennel seeds raw, which is a common practice in many cultures to freshen breath and soothe the stomach. Unlike some harsher spices, fennel is gentle, cooling, and naturally sweet, making it perfect for those with sensitive digestion or who are prone to reflux. You can also grind it and add it to baked goods or sprinkle it over roasted vegetables for a subtle licorice-like flavor. Fennel is not flashy, but it's a quiet powerhouse. If you often feel bloated, irregular, or tense in the belly, this spice might just be the daily reset your body needs. Number 1. Cloves. Cloves are small, dark flower buds that carry some of the most concentrated medicinal compounds found in nature. Cloves contain eugenol, which is a powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory that can reduce oxidative stress, fight infections, and even relieve tooth and muscle pain. In a groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Food Science, researchers ranked cloves as the #1 dietary source of antioxidants among 100 commonly consumed foods, beating out even blueberries, turmeric, and pomegranates. For people over 60, this means cloves can directly combat the cellular damage that drives aging. Cloves also improve muscle strength by protecting mitochondria, which are the energy-producing structures inside your cells. In older adults, mitochondrial decline is a major reason for fatigue, weakness, and muscle wasting. A 2021 study in Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity found that eugenol enhanced mitochondrial activity by up to 37% in aging muscle cells, allowing for better energy production and reduced breakdown of muscle tissue. This makes cloves an unexpected but powerful ally in the fight against sarcopenia, which is the age-related loss of muscle mass. Cloves also have mild blood sugar-lowering effects, which makes them useful for seniors with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. In one clinical trial, participants who consumed 1 gram of clove powder per day for 30 days experienced a 20% reduction in post-meal blood glucose levels. To use cloves safely and effectively, steep 3 or 4 whole cloves in hot water to make a tea and sip it slowly in the morning or before bed. You can also grind a small amount and add it to stews, soups, or smoothies, but avoid consuming more than 1 teaspoon of ground clove per day, as too much eugenol may irritate the stomach. If you prefer a milder flavor, combine it with cinnamon, cardamom, or fennel for a warming digestive blend. Cloves are tiny, but their impact is massive, and for seniors, they're one of the most complete protective spices you can add to your daily life. So there you have it. 4 spices you must avoid and 4 you must eat daily after 60. If you're feeling more bloated lately, if your joints are stiffer than they used to be, or if your memory has started to slip, the answer might be sitting right there on your spice rack. It only takes one change to feel a difference. Now, we want to hear from you. What's one spice you've been using every day? And will you keep it or replace it after what you just learned? And do you want us to create a full daily spice routine for seniors based on your health goals? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.